Hello, it's half cloudy, sun shining every once in a while. According to the weather forecast, it should be raining a lot right now. I even put my rubbers on when I left home, but no rain. So all I can do is to read a book to stay awake. Blind Melon, good band. Sad ending though. You've probably heard some older folks saying that you're feeling a lot older every time you see one of your heroes dying. Well, I started thinking about it and I should feel mega old because all of my teenage heroes, with two exceptions, are dead. And in every single case, drugs or suicide. So overdose or suicide. And those two exceptions are Daniel from Silverchair and a guy called Toni Virtanen from a Finnish band Apulanta. And when I started out playing, when I was a teenager, trying to learn how to play guitar, even on a basic level, I remember the other guys who were starting playing Metallica, Iron Maiden, and something like that, Guns N' Roses. So they were competing who's the fastest, who's the most technical, while my sport was who's the loudest, who's the noisiest without sacrificing melody, because I was a grunge fan, punk fan, friend of alternative music in general. And it's kind of hard thing to do if you think about it. You can be loud, you can be noisy, extremely noisy, especially if you have a few fuzz pedals. But doing that while maintaining melody, that's a bit harder thing to do. So that's why I liked albums like Ehjä and Kolme by Apulanta, and from the Muddy Banks of the Whisker live album by Nirvana. I mean, I really like those albums because there's melody and there's noise. Me likey. And well, I think it was yesterday or day before that I started to write a song, and I started from scratch. I had one small idea and I started writing a song around that, and I'm documenting the whole process from the first idea to a demo. So it won't be a finished song, it will be a demo, but I'm documenting the whole process because sometimes you find those people who are asking, how can you come up with songs? Because some people seem to think that it's something special that someone is able to write a song. I mean, anybody can write a song if you're able to play two notes, and it doesn't matter what the instrument is. If you can play two notes, you can write a song. So it's not all that hard. I mean, writing commercially successful songs or cult classic songs, that's a harder thing to do, but anybody can write a song. So I'm kind of demoing the whole process as I go, or documenting the whole process as I go. There are those who will find the whole process being tedious to watch, and there are those who will find it interesting. And that's the way it is, because songs don't just appear. I mean, sometimes they do. Sometimes you're just doing something and then all of a sudden you have a song. But in most cases it's 10% inspiration, 90% perspiration. It's work filled with dead ends, frustration and abandoned ideas. But if you keep trying, if you keep searching, you'll find the right words, the right tones, right colors, the right feel. That's always important to me. I'm not all that interested about technicalities of playing. I mean, I'm a sloppy player even still, and I've been playing for almost 26 years. I'm a sloppy player and I know it. But I don't consider myself as a player. I'm a songwriter. So if I write something that's too difficult for me to play in the right tempo, for example, well, I can always find someone else to play it. I mean, it's still my song. there's someone else playing on it, but it's still my song. So, and that's something well, people have bashed me for being sloppy. Well, those guys are usually the ones who are into prog metal or something like that. Can you play Trooper? No. How long have you been playing? Well, not everyone's interested about how to play Trooper or how to play a certain song. I've never been interested about playing cover songs. Well, that's one thing. When I started playing, I started writing songs almost immediately. When I was able to get few chords together, I started writing songs. So that's why I'm playing. I'm playing so I can write. I'm not playing because I want to be a technically efficient player. So there's a difference, and sometimes especially younger guys don't understand it. That you've been playing for so long but you still can't play. Well, I can always ask, well, can you write a song that doesn't sound like a guitar technique exercise? There's a difference. So it's already 8:30 in the evening, and I got lost in time, or whatever the right phrase is. Noodling. So here we have a ARP Odyssey clone. This is Odyssey, they call it, and this is a Lindrum clone, JM1. And that's a good virtual drum machine for demoing. The only problem is that you can't assign the different sounds to different tracks. Well, you can, but you have to noodle with the MIDI inputs and outputs and so forth. But there is no routing built into the plugin, so that's my only gripe with it. But I'll go with it because the sound fits. And what comes to the Odyssey, that's well, some people say that it's a monophonic synth, but actually Odyssey is a duophonic. There are two oscillators that you can use both at the same time or separately, so you can actually play two notes at a time if you assign one sound for each oscillator and you don't combine them. So, oh, you don't sync them, whatever. So this is my life today, and obviously I have the M-Audio MIDI controller because adding MIDI notes one by one with a mouse, that's infuriating. So that's why I have to have a keyboard so I can do it quickly. I can actually play things into the grid instead of clicking. More fun that way. And quite often the end result is different. If you try to think about and then you'll try to find the right notes with a mouse, and then well, okay, that sounds good, but if you actually play it yourself, there's always some variations and some things you haven't thought about it before. So I'd have to stream today. I have to actually stream today, and the game changed on the fly. It's Destiny once again because there is a community event going on and I want to farm certain weapons, so I'll be doing that today. But anyway, those were the thoughts of the day, so see ya!